What's going on, y'all? Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland. So I made that video about Help Desk and how it's just an absolute train wreck. And of course, everybody's like, well, why are you trying to leave Customer Factor? It's fantastic. We love it, blah, blah, blah. We do. We love it. TCF is hands down the best value out for customer software or CRM. From a functionality, I mean, everything is smooth. I understand, certainly it's as everybody always, biggest complaint is that it looks outdated, it looks old. And it is old. But I feel like, and I don't know the numbers, but it always seems like over 50% of the industry is using the Customer Factor. And I think for anybody, especially new and starting out, once you get to the point where you no longer want to do it all via an Excel spreadsheet, spending the couple $100 for the Customer Factor is worth it. It's got, again, all your data. You can do the texting, emailing, text customer when you're on your way, email or getting your maps and GPS navigation and stuff like that's fantastic as well. It gives some decent reporting on sales and sales by marketing method and things. My main reasons why I was looking into, and why I eventually will switch, but the main things that I was looking for is to have a better calendar view. I really liked what Service Monster and a couple of other, Service Titan and several others, how they had it laid out. We need to, instead right now, it's just like this gigantic, grocery list of everything that we got to do for that day. Each truck is showing here, truck A, B, C, D. There's ways to group it, absolutely. You can see jobs by truck A, B, and C. Or which one's assigned to this sales rep or that sales rep or whatever. So there's ways to do it. And part of my personal struggle with it was trying to run the business, and as we continue to level up, year over year, month over month, this past year when we did $70,000 and $80,000 in back-to-back months, it just about broke my brain and trying to make sure we weren't missing things, and we did miss a few things. Having an office manager in place, allowing her to just kind of run the dashboard gives us a lot more capability there. I do love that on there it shows, truck A, this job is $500, this job is $300, this job is $1,500, and it shows us a daily total, shows us the weekly total, and then it also totals monthly on that calendar view, which is fantastic. I was really surprised by the number of CRMs that didn't have that. Gotta get some gas. That didn't have that basic KPI that I feel like is one of the most important ones. If you look at nothing else, like you see a big full schedule and they're all $100 jobs, well, that doesn't help you. But if you look at it, and like for us, our goal for a truck is $1,500 to $2,500 a day. So if we got 3 trucks, we want to see a minimum of $4,500 to $6,000 or $7,000 in a given day schedule. And so that's where we need to be able to see that data. It also helps us to look at it real quick and say, all right, well, hey, we've got these trucks out. Truck 2 has got $2,000 on it. Truck 3 only has $500. Okay, well, maybe we move a job over to them, etc. Figure that out. The other big not disappointment, but just lacking point in Customer Factor is the reporting and sales tracking. Some of the data that I really want to be able to know is sales reps closing percentage, our closing percentage by marketing method, number of leads, and total estimates that we've done from Facebook leads, or from Home Advisor, or from Google, or whatever it may be. I want to be able to have that data so that then we can better look at it and say, okay, well, hey, we used XYZ source. We did $100,000 in estimates from it, but we only did $15,000 in work. Well, then we can look at that with that data and say, okay, Was it that the customers were cheaper? What was wrong with the pricing? What was wrong with, whatever? Be able to figure that out. Right now, we don't have the way without running multiple reports to see that. Right now, just seeing a sales by marketing method, it shows, hey, we did $15,000 with this one. And you can look at it and say, okay, hey, that was kind of positive. But if you had to do $100,000 or 120 in estimates and only got 15 grand of work, you're kind of wasting a lot of time there. You got to figure out where that is. And that's something that I can't get out of TCF right now. Again, seeing sales rep closing percentage would be fantastic. Right now I can see sales. You can run multiple reports to get this data, which means the information's in there. It's just a matter of being able to extract it from the software. So that's kind of the struggle there. Again, multiple rigs. I'd love to be able to. On some of them, they showed, horizontally, it was here's truck 1, 2, and 3, or 1, 2, and 3 as rows, and then coming across like job 1, it's 4 hours. Job 2 is 3 hours, whatever, and going across there. Or being able to say like, hey, here's all the estimates in this column. Here's truck A, B, C. Just to give more visual clarity to what's going on. One of my other little pet peeves, but it drives me insane, is the marketing methods. Marketing methods on mobile is not alphabetized. Marketing methods on your desktop version are completely alphabetized. On mobile, it's literally in there based off the order that you added it to the CRM. Doesn't matter if you added it on desktop or added it on mobile. It's just not sorted. So those are my main things about it. Again, price-wise, it can't be beat. It is one of the most powerful softwares you'll use, especially for the money. The other softwares that I looked at, Service Titan just blows everybody away. But it's also, you have to look at the practicality of what you're paying. I just couldn't justify the cost for that on a monthly basis. I would have spent like 24, 25 times as much money on Service Titan as I spent on TCF. And I think as each business grows, you do get to a point where you'll outgrow it. And it could be too the fact that I, didn't have an office manager. That'll buy us more time. I talked to Brian Haggerty about it, and there's ways that, they're doing way more revenue than we are. And they've got a system where they've, put the, truck A is scheduled from 1 a.m. to 1:45 a.m. The other one's 2 a.m. to 2:45. And so they're in those time brackets, which helps them to see it. And then like all the estimates are left either at no time or whatever time how they're going to do that. But that's a workaround. It doesn't really solve the problem. It doesn't give a customer the ideal experience there. I think what else, but I mean, it really comes down to data. And as you grow your business, data becomes more and more and more important. When you're early on, a lot of your decisions are gut based. And as we've grown, more of it needs to be data based. Not database, but data based on data. Or database, however you want to look at it. So anyways, guys, have a great day. Again, I do really, really enjoy the customer factor. There are just a few things that I'd love to see better that cause me to look elsewhere. But still with it. See ya.